I guess I met Jesus the first time growing up as a kid. My mom was raised Methodist. It wasn't until this past summer actually that I really met Christ, in that I was just watching a documentary on Netflix. It was about a return to kind of the Reformed, Bible-based religion, and it inspired me that night to kind of reconnect with Christianity.
I was always grown up with the image of a punishing God, that you get what you deserve, you do good, you get bad, and you go to hell, basically, which led me down a dark road. I got involved with the party life. 8 years of just being a child. I was just in the parking lot, so I was just sitting there smoking a cigarette, and I looked up in the sky and I see writing. It says, "You plus me equals God." And I was like, nah, I wasn't quite sure what I seen. And I look up again and I see "You plus me equals God." At that moment, there was like a transformation that kind of happened.
I met Jesus through one of my friends, actually. His name is Jordan. I got invited to Alpha. Week 2, when I was at Alpha, I got a call from this girl that I had been with, that there was this child and that it's mine. At the time, I was very resentful at God, and I was like, God, why?
In about 2 weeks, I read through the whole New Testament, and that was kind of the start of my journey with Christ. And then from there, I just kind of snowballed. I started reading all sorts of Christian apologetics from C.S. Lewis, Tim Keller, J.I. Packer. Just kind of read books and books and books, and the more I read, the more I became kind of infatuated with the message of the gospel. That was just emotional in reading it. There was just something in the words and the message that spoke to me and kind of made my heart beat faster.
With my past, with the drugs and the alcohol, I got introduced to a group called Alcoholics Anonymous, AA. And in that moment is where I was introduced to CityChurch. I kind of drifted from Alcoholics Anonymous, which kind of took me away from everything as a whole slowly.
I am close to my one friend Jordan, and he helped me. He was telling me hey man, everything's gonna be okay. Just trust, have faith, Jesus will come through. And within a couple months, everything just worked out the way it was supposed to. And Ava quickly took my heart today, and I love her. She's my sunshine. I am a single father, but she's my main girl today. I joined CityChurch because when I was there, they were all a family, a community. They brought me in, welcomed me, made me feel welcome. Through Alpha, they actually threw me a daddy baby shower, and so I was shocked, and I ended up getting all this stuff for her that obviously I wanted to have.
So when I met him, I was from the beginning very clear on where I stood with my faith.
I did think about what I prayed 6 weeks ago. God, please show me new beginnings and bring someone into my life who's close to you and can give me direction and strength. It was really Nina that kind of said, listen, why don't you reach out to your pastor? Same one that you were heavily involved with years ago. And I was like, hey, you know what? I will.
CityChurch came up just on a Google search. By the time I actually met Pastor Brad, I'd watched 30 of his sermons, so he was kind of a pseudo celebrity. What I kind of took away from and what has meant the most to me is just kind of prayer and having a relationship and a dialogue with God. I mean, growing up, I never really prayed. I really recognized in reading and just applying it to my life that, I really was dead in sin before I had this relationship with Jesus, and having, the message of him being my Redeemer and my Savior. I think it has just given me a lot of comfort.
God isn't just on a Sunday. I learned that I had to bring God with me every day and everywhere I went.
I am in recovery. I will have 2 years next month. I've been able to be so spiritually filled and my soul fed that I am able to give more and more.